Okay, so in this particular question, we've been presented with a certain number of moles of propane molecules in the gaseous form at room temperature and pressure. And we've been asked to calculate the volume that would be occupied by those number of moles. Right. Now, the guidance we've been provided in the question states 1 mole of gas molecules occupies 24 decimeters cubed at room temperature and pressure. Now, those conditions do match the conditions in our question, right? So we can effectively use that. And well, the first thing I'm going to do to approach this is put together an equation that represents that relationship, right? So effectively, for a given number of moles, to get the volume occupied, we need to multiply those number of moles by 24, right? Equals in decimeters cubed, right? Now, in order to convert this to what we really need in this case, because what we've actually been asked is not to calculate the volume occupied in decimeters cubed, we've been asked to calculate the volume in centimeters cubed, as we can see. So this equation relates to decimeters cubed. So in order to convert it to centimeters cubed, what I'm effectively going to do is traditionally, if you're trying to convert a value from centimeters cubed to decimeters cubed, you would typically multiply what your value is in decimeters cubed by 1000 to get what it would be in centimeters cubed, right? So effectively, if we wanted to convert this in decimeters cubed to centimeters cubed, we would have to multiply this by 1000, right? And once we do that, we'd get, well, what is our answer in centimeters cubed, right? And another way to effectively put that in this case, because if we're doing something to one side, we need to do it to the other side. So for the moles, this would be moles times 24 times 1000 equals volume occupied in centimeters cubed, right? And on that basis, we can say, okay, well, if we want to work out what it would be in centimeters cubed, we simply take the moles, right? We take the moles and we multiply it by 24,000, right? And so in this case, it's 0.13, right? As we got from the question, multiplied by 24,000. Yep. And that gives us our volume occupied. In centimeters cubed. Right? Now, I would invite you to have a go on your calculator to work out what that is. What you should find is you should get that is equal to 3,120, and that is in centimeters cubed, right? And our question does specify, give your answer to 3 decimal places, right? And in our case, 3,120, it doesn't actually have any decimals, so I mean, we don't need to do anything to this. This would be our answer. Okay.